Hey guys, welcome to Ben Wrenching. My name's Ben, and today I am wrenching on my 2008 Infiniti FX35. I'm going to be doing a few quality of life improvements, and I will separate these into different videos. Two of these are free, and they have to do with the driver door. This first one is going to be fixing the automatic window feature, where the window, when it's down, I try to put it up with the automatic feature, and it comes back down after it goes up. So I will show that and show how to fix it. I would recommend, if you're going to do that and take this door off, you might as well go ahead and do what is in the other video on how to fix the door check. If your door check doesn't work, where it doesn't catch the door about midway through the travel, then you can fix that too. That's free also. And since you're already going to have the door off, you might as well go ahead and take care of that too. So I will link that video up top so you can check that out when you're done with this one. But we can go ahead and get into fixing the window. I'm going to show you what it's doing and how I'm going to fix it. When I put this window up, if I let it do the automatic, it'll go up and then it comes right back down. And I can fix that for free. So the next thing I'm going to do is take off this door panel. It's just got 3 screws, and we're going to pop this silver piece off. There's 2 screws under here and 1 more screw back behind the door handle. So this silver piece has got a notch right there that you can get under to pry it out. So I'm going to use this trim removal tool. I'll link this in the description as well. It comes in a pack and they're real cheap, but these are great for a lot of things. This one fits right in that notch, so I can just use that to pry this open. And I'll do the same on the bottom. And there we go. That was easy enough. With that off, we've got access to these screws. There's one inside there, and there's another one inside there on the bottom. So I've just got those 2 screws and then one behind this little cover here. I can use this to get that off too. There we go. So we'll take those 3 screws out and get this door panel off. All 3 of these are Phillips screws. I'm using a PH2 screwdriver. Alright, there's one. So I loosened that screw, and to get it out, I was going to stick my magnetic extension in there, but it just won't fit. So something I did was get something smaller that's telescopic, like this little mirror, and I stuck a neodymium magnet on it, so you can get a small pack. This is a pack of 100 magnets. They're different sizes. I'll link that in the description too. But I just stuck one of those magnets on the end of this mirror, and I will use that to get this screw out. So I'll do the same for this one. Alright, so I got that one out the same way. And with all 3 of those screws out, now I just need to pry on this door panel in between the door and the panel. I can stick this trim tool in there and pry it out. So the easiest place to get under it is right here. I'm able to get this up under there and just pry it right out. Best to use a plastic tool because it won't scratch anything and it shouldn't break any of the plastic. But we're just popping all of the plastic fasteners along here until we've got it all the way loose. So now that I've got enough of them popped, I can get my hand under there. I'm just going to go around and pop all of them out, and it should be able to flex out quite a bit once you get all of them. And the only thing holding it now is up here at the top. So now that I've got all these loose, the only thing holding it on is the top right here. We just have to lift it up to pull this door panel off. And there we go. So the first thing I need to do is pop off this window control. There we go. And I'll disconnect that connector. It's got this push connector here. I'm going to push that in and pull this connector out. I still haven't found a great tool to get stuff like this out when you can't use your hands to get it. I do have these pliers that I got somewhere along the way. They've got one flat end and one pointed end. So I usually use these. I will try these to get that connector off, and I will link these pliers in the description if I can find these. I think they're for eyeglass repair. They're probably pretty expensive because they're kind of a custom tool, but anything you can get to get around this and grab that pin will work. Not really going to be able to do it with one hand, but this is how I'm getting it. Alright, so those worked. That is all you have to do is push this tab right here and it'll pop out. And same thing with this other one, it's just got that push tab that you push down and pull it out. So I use the pliers for these two. This connector, I just had to push in this tab here and pull it out. So now that we've got that off, we can pull up this door panel. It's got an electrical connector up here. I think there's going to be another one for these seat memory buttons. There are some connections on the door handle that we'll have to take off as well. I don't know how well I'll be able to film all that, but I'm going to get all those disconnected. Alright, there we go. There were quite a few connectors on there. So the first one that I got was this top one. It goes right in here. I used these same pliers and I just pinched this down and pulled it out. Next there was this one here. It was plugged in right here, so it's got that tab there on the top. And for that one I just stuck this trim tool in there, pulled this tab back and popped it out. This top one with the pin going down, that was in the door handle. I had to pop this plastic piece out of its housing and then rotate this until it would pull right out. Same thing with this one, pop this plastic piece out of the little notch that it was in and then rotate it until you can get this ball out. The last one was this tiny connector here on the bottom of the door, so I rehung the top of the panel on there, came underneath, pulled it open a little bit, and I was able to just pull this tab with my hand and pop it out. So that was the last one. Kind of a lot of connections. I wasn't expecting all that, but I did get the door panel off. So now what we are looking for is this right here. So I'm going to take this sticker off and there's a button behind that. That is the window travel reset button, and there's a process to reset that, and I will show you what that is as soon as I get that sticker off. Alright, so behind that sticker is just a button. That is a button that we're going to push. So I will go ahead and reset the window travel. In order to do that, we need to reconnect the window controls, so I'm going to plug these back into these two connections. Alright, so these can really only go in one way, so you can't really mess this up. There we go. Alright, key in and power on. We're going to put the window all the way up. And if you just do one click, it'll go up and you don't have to use the auto feature. So now what we're going to do is we're going to push and hold this button, push the window down button, and hold it down until the window goes all the way down. And we're going to leave it there for 3 seconds. Then let go of this button and put the window back up using the auto feature and make sure that it goes all the way back up and stays up. So hopefully I can get all this in one shot, but I've got the window all the way up. I'm going to push and hold this reset button, put the window all the way down, hold it down, and hold it there for 3 seconds. Release this and release the window reset button, and that should have reset it. So now I'm going to try to put it up automatically and make sure that it doesn't come back down again. Alright, so let's try it again. Automatic down. That works fine. Automatic up. And that works. So again, real quick, that was just push and hold this reset button, push and hold the window down until it goes all the way down, then release the window down button, release the reset button, and put the window all the way back up. And then when you put it back down, you can check it by hitting the automatic up and make sure that when it goes up, it stays there. So that is fixed. So we're good to put this panel back on and reconnect all these connectors. So you just want to make sure you know everything that you connected. We'll wait and do this window switch last. So we'll leave this disconnected and just feed this through the hole in the door panel. So I'm going to pick up the door panel and hold it up here while I attach these, and probably as many of these as I can. The only one that I may have to have the door panel hanging on there is for this bottom one. That one was pretty difficult to get to. So I'll do that and reconnect everything. One thing to check before you put this door panel back on is all of these plastic fasteners. Make sure all these are here and they're not broken. The reason I say that is because I'm missing one and it's stuck inside the door, so I'm going to need to take that off and replace it before I try to put this back on. This one here broke off when I took the door off, so I'll just need to pop that out. Alright, so I got that one out. I used my cutters and got behind it and pulled it out. I tried this tool too, but that couldn't get enough leverage, so I ended up just cutting it off. Piece of it fell down on the door, so now that's going to be there till the end of time. But that's okay, we can put a new one on there. I've got a set of fasteners, and I'll just put a new one on that door panel. So you just want to make sure none of those got stuck in there before you put the panel back on. And the rest of them are good. So I just need to replace one of these for right there. And I've got this set of fasteners. So I'll find one that's close to this and get it in over there. I'll link this set in the description as well, but that one's gonna do it. So I'll stick that in here. And that's all I needed to do there. Also, I just noticed there is a light right in here. So while you've got this door panel off, maybe a good idea to go ahead and replace that light. I'll find that and link it in the description. Just in case you're wondering, that's the back where the door handle and door lock go into. Yeah, so you can see on the top of those, that's where the one with the pin goes. And the one with the ball goes right there for the door lock. So that's what that looks like. And this is what these look like. So that one goes in the top and that one goes in the bottom. I'll try to get the best shot of all this as I can as I put this door panel back on. So I'm going to start with this bottom connector. It just pops right in here for the light. All this is going to go through this hole here for the window switch. So the other thing that I have is this connector that's going to go in here, and this connector that's going to go in right here. Put that one in. And the white one in. So now I've got left is the door latch and the door lock. It's pretty difficult to do while I'm holding this camera, but the ball just goes down in there, and then this plastic piece goes in there. And same with the door latch. And pop the plastic piece in there. Alright, so now that those are connected, I'm going to reconnect gray wire here, and then everything will be connected. Alright, sorry for the poor camera work, but I can pull these two through here and just make sure that that's sticking out. I'm also looking inside these holes to make sure that the screw holes line up, and I can see where the screws are going to go to make sure that that's all lined up before I push this door panel in. And like I said, make sure that this is coming through and it's not pinched or anything. So all that looks good. I'll go ahead and put these 3 screws back. So I'm going to do the screws first just to make sure I can get them started before I push all this in. So I'm putting the screw on the screwdriver first, and then just feeding it inside that hole as I look in there, and try to keep it on the screwdriver and just feed it straight back. And there we go. So I got all 3 of those in there. And I'll tighten them all down, and then I'll push in the plastic fasteners. And the door panel will be good. So all those are tight. Now I'll just push this panel in until those fasteners click. All right, and that should be good. So now I will reconnect the window switch. And pop it back into place. I'm going to double check and make sure these screws are tight before I pop this panel back on. So now I can pop this panel back in. There we go. Got that back on. And the last thing is the little plastic piece that goes over this screw. Pop that back in. And we're done. So everything looks good. It's all back in place. So now with everything back together, I just want to check the window one more time. Make sure it's still working right. All right, we're in good shape. All right, so that is how to fix your power window automatic feature for free. That's gonna wrap up this video. Like I said, if you guys are gonna do this, I would check out the other video on how to fix the door catch. I will link that up top. And as always, thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more content on my Infiniti. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Thanks.